Good evening. This is CTV News for May 30th. I'm Patricia Ballone.
And I'm Gina Barti. Thank you for joining us. Well, nearly after 8 months, a UMD student contracted the adenovirus and died. Questions still remain as to whether the university withheld life-saving information about the presence of the virus on campus.
And now Governor Larry Hogan says he wants answers. He's asking the University System of Maryland Board of Regents to investigate the events surrounding the outbreak and the student's death. CTV's Melissa Wright was at the campus this afternoon where she spoke with students about the governor's actions.
Well, I can tell you that students are still shaken up after the virus and are remembering the young lady that passed away. But Governor Larry Hogan says the family of Olivia Paragal believes their daughter would still be alive if the university had communicated with students about the virus being present on campus, as well as address the mold issues inside the dormitory. Some students on campus say the school should have expedited the communication, while others say the school had to complete its investigation before alarming students.
I knew what was going on in terms of, well, I knew that there was an outbreak and that it was here at the university, and I knew to some extent what the cause of it was, but I didn't really know what to do.
From medical view, I think there should be a period of time that you need to observe the patient and see what's really going on inside his body, so that you know that, okay, now there is a very serious virus that is spreading inside the campus.
If you're not 100% sure, you don't want to put out just facts that are just lies and possibly, could be wrong. You could miss on that, but at least just give a warning that it could be something possible here. We're still investigating. Once we get more information, we'll come up and tell you, but at least just know that something may be going on.
Now, just last week, the family notified UMD of a potential wrongful death suit, and they have also called for the resignation of UMD president, who is expected to step down in 2020.
So, Melissa, what is the university saying? How are they responding to Governor Hogan's request?
So the university hasn't commented on the governor's letter. However, according to them, they did follow protocol and procedures when notifying students and parents about the virus.
All right. Thank you, Melissa.
So much.
Thank you.
Meantime, a former University of Maryland football player is shot and killed in Baltimore. Police say David Mackle was killed yesterday afternoon in the city's Walbrook community. Mackle, 28, played for the Terps in 2010 under former coach Ralph Friedgen before transferring to Delaware. The Terrapin football program issued a statement offering its condolences to the Mackle family. His former high school coach Dante Jones called him, quote, a special young man who was just working and taking care of his two sons.
AAA calls it the 100 deadliest days, the period between Memorial Day and Labor Day, when the number of crash fatalities involving teen drivers historically rises. Over the past 5 years, nearly 3,500 people have been killed in collisions involving those drivers during the summer break. Now, new data reveals the major factors contributing to those crashes.
Not only are teen drivers killing themselves and their passengers and their friends and their siblings behind the wheel, but drivers in other vehicles and pedestrians too.
Speeding, drinking and driving, and distractions all contribute to crashes involving teen drivers. But ironically, AAA says talking on cell phones or texting while driving are not the major issues.
Teens typically, unlike their parents, they don't use a cell phone when driving, and they don't typically even text behind the wheel.
Yeah, but then I needed to get my phone a long time ago.
The big distraction for teens would be having another teen in the car.
The organization has some advice for parents.
We suggest to parents that they sign a contract with their teens and stipulate in that contract when and how they're going to drive, what speed they're going to drive, and you're going to say to them, you cannot drive if you've been drinking, you cannot drive if you are distracted, and if you drive, you have to put the cell phone away.
There are a variety of tools to help parents and teens prepare for the dangerous summer driving season. For more information, log on to teendriving.aaa.com. And AAA research found that nearly 2/3 of people injured or killed in a crash involving a teen driver are people other than the teen behind the wheel. The woman who pleaded guilty to setting fire to an Upper Marlboro building in August 2018 is going to jail. As part of a plea deal, 27-year-old Jessica Poole of Anne Arundel County was sentenced to 20 years with all but 18 months suspended. Poole pleaded guilty to 1 count each of first and second-degree arson. Prosecutors dropped remaining charges as part of the deal. The blaze last summer ripped through Al's Country Kitchen on Main Street, spread to an upstairs apartment, and damaged neighboring buildings. Poole was a former employee of the popular eatery.